Hello, and welcome again to CIO Leadership Live Series here in the Middle East. Today, our guest is Jermaine Abouel Atta, Chief Information Officer at the British University in Egypt. Thank you so much. Hello, Jermaine.
Hello, and thank you for this nice interview. I hope that it will be interesting.
Well, thank you. It's really our pleasure to have you here today with us. Especially, we want to congratulate you because you have been one of the winners of the CIO 50 awards for your outstanding digital transformation plans at the British University in Egypt. So, congratulations, Jermaine.
Thank you, and I was honored to receive this award. Thank you.
Well, one of the reasons why you won this award was because all of the innovations you have introduced at the university, at the British University in Egypt, like, for example, the automation of some critical business operation processes, the creation of a pre-student application phase database. Could you tell us more about these initiatives?
Okay, I started recently in the BOE, and I was making a gap analysis and interviewing the business unit. And I have found that the marketing team, who is responsible for the recruitment of the student, is working manually process, and actually this group is very critical for the enrollment of students to the university, and they have a massive data, but it is not organized, not properly handled, and they are working it in some Excel format, and they cannot do an appropriate analysis that could benefit the business for planning and making vision and strategic plan for the coming semesters. So that we have discussed with them the requirements and what are the data they are need, and we found that they need some solution to collect this information and to best fit the requirements. And we found that we can go for a simple CRM solution, for example, where they can upload all of the data, and they also can have an interactivity with the student, with the parent, with the schools, and they can organize events and campaign, and they can find out analysis, and they can also have more advanced tools to be embedded in this system and integration with social media. As you know, this is the main communication, especially with the students. A lot of technology can be used to just collect information, and the main reason for this solution is to integrate it with the core student management system of the university. This data is very important to have a channel with the student, with the recruitment of the student, with planning, and even when we come to the applicant phase, the data, most of the data is already there. Why we had to upload and have a lot of work again. So from this point, we had started to go for this solution. And again, it opened another work with it, Yani. Instead of using just looking for a certain solution to a certain group, we are now integrating other departments to complete the cycle and the roadmap of a proper digital transformation process for the business. Of course, it is a long time project, but we had to work it in an agile format, meaning that we had to take it step by step and to see, like we could say, an helicopter view of the complete cycle of the ecosystem, educational ecosystem. And this, of course, needs a lot of preparation and preparing the IT infrastructure for the university so that we can have a platform to put all of these solutions. Again, we are looking to automate all of these processes. While we were investigating each unit, we found a lot of manual process that can simply be automated and linking system together. And this was the role of having a digital transformation roadmap and a vision, so that we can find out all of the manual process, where we can eliminate this process and use another one, how to shorten this one. And this, of course, would impact the cost and the effort that is exerted. We are now in the era of time is our enemy, as I say, and always say that time is our enemy.
Jermin, would it be possible to know some of the IT vendors with whom you have been working in order to launch all of these innovations?
We are some systems we are using SAP, Oracle, ERP Oracle. Some systems are developed in Egypt. We are using now the from Mansoura University system for a student management system. Actually, we are using a local developed system, as we are facing a lot of challenges when we use outsourced system from different culture. We found that this system is more and more adaptable to our requirements and easily to integrate and work with. We are, in case of the IT, we are working with Cisco, Managed Engine, Huawei, HP, of course, Microsoft. We are Microsoft licensed, so most of Microsoft components are there. We are using Azure Cloud, and this is our Nutanix, Kaspersky. These are our major, for the time being, vendors.
Also, you mentioned how the digital transformation plans have changed, especially in education, like over the last 2 or 3 years already. A lot. It's been difficult to be CIO in, for example, in retail, in education, because now we are moving through an e-learning system. It was kind of mandatory 2 years ago. So were you prepared for that? How COVID changed your digital transformation plans at the university?
I'll start from the end of your question. COVID has accelerated the process of the digital transformation, actually, and accelerated and moved us to another dependable solution on the cloud, of course. Let me come back again to the e-learning system. As most of universities all around us, we were already using an online educational system, e-learning system, as all of us. But of course, we were not utilizing it the same as we had to utilize it and use it during the COVID-19. Of course, the amount of uploaded material, the curriculum content, the interactivity of the student and the instructors, the capacity management, of course, the connectivity and the reachability. Some features were not completely utilized in this e-learning system. Actually, COVID had forced us to utilize all of these things together, and also to use add-ons modules like, for example, Team and Zoom. We were not using, of course, them in the educational process, but we faced a problem that we had to use this system and to embed it into our educational system. We had to, one of the major problems that we faced is, of course, the capacity management. We were not prepared, of course, to the amount of, we could say in our technical terms, hitting the servers and so. So we had to manage how to upload our system on cloud, to make it also, of course, reachable to everyone. And we had to manage and monitor our resources. And this was, of course, become easy once we moved to the cloud solution. And we had to do also a lot of integration with other systems so that to make it more adaptable for the use of them. Actually, the student didn't face a lot of problem in this because they were already using the system, but they were their challenge was the connectivity, of course, and how to use the system as the sole communication system to the educational process. But after a while, they get used to it. And of course, students are adaptable to technology more than people, of course. And the instructor also said that this tool has made a lot of changes. Once I was in a meeting, and one of the instructors said, I didn't notice that while I am in a class, I used but I have noted this while I'm reviewing the recording of these sessions. And I worked on this issue and it was okay. Others said that they had to make some changes in the content and the curriculum itself so that it could be more attractive to the student and more to get interactivity with the student. And some use more advanced tools in the curriculum so that it could see that the student could benefit from being online and to attract more. Actually, beside we say the pros and cons of the virtual classrooms, we could say that after COVID, we can use the hybrid model of delivering the course material. And it is better, of course, we cannot ignore completely the face-to-face.
Very true.
Yes, it is very important, of course, but we had to embed some online courses and so that also we make it flexible for the student, especially if the demographic element is harder for the student to attend. Why don't we use it for more flexibility and more interactivity and introducing more technology in this? Actually, we are thinking now of adding some augmenting reality or virtual reality to the content of the courses, so that the student could benefit from it. I think that it could be used in faculty of dentistry or of medicine, or pharmacy. They use these tools, but we had to depend on the instructors themselves because they are the key person who can guide us where to go for these solutions in the education system.
That's also what I wanted to ask you, because you say students are used to these tools. It was not really difficult for them, but implementing some digital transformation plans, a lot of companies, especially CIOs, struggle with the staff because not everyone is ready for e-learning. Not everyone will be ready for using AI in classes. So how involved are the teachers and the staff in your digital transformation strategy?
Actually, it's a very challenging point. Yes, we are facing a lot of challenges with the staff themselves, not the students, of course. The staff, they are not oriented of using technology. And culture change is very hard, especially in a digital transformation. But we are trying to make a moderate change. Yeah, we are not going to make a very booming change so that we can grab their interactivity with the change that we are introducing. We are trying to focus on the benefit of using this and, of course, training them. The key word is to train them and to make them get to know these things and to practice. And we provide them the time until they are ready to do this. Of course, it is not 100% ready, but at least is a representative. And some of them find actually that using it they get more and more better and enhanced in this introducing them to this new technology. But still, of course, we're having a lot of challenges with them to change. But we are trying to make it bit by bit. And of course, our key thing is training the trainer, we would say.
That's why also you need a team behind you to support you. Like, it's not only the CIO role.
Actually, it is not the team. It is the management from top to down.
Very true.
It is very important to have the support because it is not only culture change. It is also a cost. It is impacting the budget dramatically, and of course, we are facing the supply chain challenges right now for the current situation that we are all facing. So everything is not moving fast, it's moving very slowly, and sometimes we had to stop and find another solution according to the current situation that we are facing.
Yeah, step by step. Also, you mentioned how important is to get the support. Also, this is not about your CIO role, but I know you have been really involved in several panels and events in order to empower women in IT. So before we finish, I want you to share what would you say to a young student? You work in a university, a young student that wants to be a CIO or that wants to work in IT?
Actually, in general, I would say that CIO role now is not technical anymore. It is business oriented. The more we are involved with the business and we understand the business and we understand our customers, students, staff, in any place, not just in the educational sector, we had to understand their needs, and we had to provide them the support where to look and how, and if we are going to find a solution, we had to provide all of our support the technical support right now, how to fulfill the requirements in this. So the gain is to have a business continuity, business growth. We want to make the business successful in any era. So without being involved with the business and to find solutions and to be innovative and creative, and I like the word the team player, you are not going to succeed. You are not going to succeed, meaning that a failure also to the business requirements. So my advice, maybe from my experience, is we had to be more business oriented. The technicality is there. And from our background, we are technical, yes, of course, but we have to focus on business more and more. And I believe that any digital transformation project, it wouldn't succeed if the technical team is not business oriented or aligning with the business strategy. And this is, I think it is one of the keys that would help the digital transformation to be a successful project.
That's why now it's also common that the CIO and the CEO work together, because it's, as you say, business oriented. It's not only about technology anymore.
Yes, no, it's not. Technology is available for everyone. And if the easiest of using technology now, sometimes you don't need a technical person to tell you how to use the technology. Of course, no, I'm not talking about the deep technical part, but the tools that users need for their daily operation. It is available everywhere. You have a lot of videos, you have training online and everything. It is available there. And I think people can now use technology more easier than before.
Germaine, it's been an absolutely honor to have this chat with you. Thank you so much for your time. Many congratulations for your award. And I think everyone will be happy to hear all the greatest advices you gave to us and how involved you are in the projects you are working on. So congratulations and thank you so much.
And thank you for this opportunity. Thank you. Looking to see you once again.